is a really, really rough book to read. Like,
it is.
Job, man, that guy took a beating.
Yeah, he did.
And God was involved in that situation happening, right? Like,
He allowed it.
He allowed it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say God did it, but he allowed it. And how it's written in Job is that Lucifer, I believe it's Lucifer, right? I don't know if it's Satan, but Lucifer and God are sort of talking about it. Like
sure.
Oh, so you think that he wouldn't, you think that he wouldn't turn against you if I did this to him?
Well,
and
because God says, consider my servant Job.
Exactly.
And then,
Yeah,
Satan, you're right.
It's like
Satan's,
a test kind of.
Well, Satan's
he allows it.
Because God's just like saying, look how much he praises me and everything else. And Satan's like, yeah, take everything away. And he wouldn't do it.
Yep.
Okay, do that. Can't kill him.
But God still knew that Job had free will, and he let him have his free will. But God put all of his cards on the table that Job was such a faithful servant that he wouldn't turn against God when Job could have.
Right.
And I think that's really powerful and kind of passed over. But it makes me think, what if there was a conversation, Satan had that conversation with God at the beginning when he created the garden? Like you're creating these people that are gonna, like, it seems like almost like we're gonna be above the angels. Like, it's like, oh, you're creating these beings that
give
are
me a crack at him. You told him not to eat from that tree.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get him to eat from the tree. Watch me.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't. There's nothing that precludes that from having happened.
Sure.
And it doesn't change anything about our existence with God if it did, and it probably did happen that way, in my opinion. I see where you're going with that. I absolutely, because of the Job experience, we sort of see that that's the way he acts, right? But I guess I would fall short of it saying that God set it up to test us. I think it's more like what you're saying now. It was just, I think God was just, here's my folks. I've told them what to do and what not to do, and boom, Yeah. And here's the reason I say that is, and the reason one of the biggest reasons I believe in free will is because I think God is a loving God. I think people do have a good argument to some extent when they say, well, it wouldn't be a loving God that would create sin and then basically cause us to sin and then penalize us for
suffer,
it, right?
yeah.
So if he pre-chooses people, you're going to be a sinner and then I'm going to cause you to suffer for your sin,
I'm very loving.
that would be pretty weird, right? Mm-hmm. And they have a point. The thing where they don't have a point is that isn't the way God is.
Yeah.
I think he gives us the free will and we're the ones that cause that. Mm-hmm. But he's so loving that he doesn't leave the equation there. He doesn't say, well, that's it. You screwed up. Boom, you're gone.